Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today is day number 9 of 12 days of Christmas. Yes, we are winding down, and as such I am doing some preparation here, so join me. As you can see, I have two different types of meat. I have chicken and some mutton that I am going to season, right? So we pre-season them before the actual day. So yes, so I'm gonna start with the chicken first, so let's jump into it. All right guys, so we have the chicken before you. It's already washed and cleaned. I am not sure exactly what we're going to do, but in our house we don't use the skin of the chicken, so you might be wondering why there's no skin. That's the reason for it. And we still use able to do any and everything with it just the same. But as you know, or if you're aware, chicken skin are very unhealthy, so we avoid it. All right, so I am going to start with the chicken. Already washed the chicken, already washed my hands, and yeah, we have 2 chickens. That's what we have in the bowl here, and both weighing 4 pounds each. And to that we are going to add ½ cup of powder seasoning. So that's it. I didn't show you. You're gonna be adding this to the chicken. I don't know if you add all your seasoning like I do, but I add everything and then I make one rub in. So yeah, so I'm not gonna put all of that one time, but it's gonna be on it. I normally add some paprika, so I'm gonna add maybe about 2 tablespoons of paprika. I'm not putting a lot of that, you know, that's hot. That should be good enough. And I'm taking them from my seasoning basket. Let me just show you. This is what I'm taking it from. It's all the way over here. So yeah, so we add some paprika. I am also going to add some garlic powder, and like I said, it depends on how many chicken you are seasoning, then it will determine how much seasoning you need to put. To be honest with you, I prefer to eyeball it than to measure it, because when you're in the kitchen for so long and doing this over and over, you have an idea exactly what you're doing. And so that was just garlic powder. I am now going to add some onion powder. So that's onion powder. And the next up on the list is going to be black pepper. And like I said, I am adding a roughly 2 tablespoons of these ones. Not putting a lot. I normally add more if I need it in the cooking process, depending on what I'm cooking, or while I rub it in for the marinade. Okay, and as you all saw, and if you didn't, I can link it up here, but I have my green seasoning, which is a blend of what we call herbs and spices in Jamaica. So I am also going to add some of that to this. I am going to put about 2 tablespoons of this to the chicken. If I need more, I am also going to add it. But I think 2 tablespoons is, let me just put 3 because I don't want to re-add anything. It's good enough. I like spices, and in my home, my family like a lot of spices. So yeah, that's basically what I put on the chicken. And like I said, I have a little more of this leaf. I'll put it if I need it, because even though it calls for like ½ cup of powder season, I don't have to like use all of that. It depends on your taste, it depends on what you're going for, and once I eyeball it, I can determine. So like I said, I already washed my hands for chicken. I don't really wear gloves for that. I just use my hand to put in the marinade. I'm not afraid of my own chicken or what I'm going to eat. So if you're afraid of it, grab yourself some gloves. I am not. I have been doing this for so long. And just so you know, I'm cook. I've been in the kitchen since I was 8 years old. So I know a thing or two, I guess. Not to brag or boast or to toot my own horn, but I can help myself to feed my family. And they always enjoy what I prepare. Also my friends, so that's good enough for me. So you do what makes you happy in your home, and that should do it. We just want to make sure everybody's happy at the end of the day. So like I said, if I think I'm not, you're probably wondering how comes I don't add any salt. Some of these seasoning have salt and I don't want it to be salt, so I'm not adding any salt, to be honest with you. I don't need to. And we're not adding a lot of pepper because we have a child in the home and we have to be careful of that. I don't know if you're able to see it like I do, but it's looking good. Just gonna put a little more seasoning. Like I said, I'm not gonna use all of that. I want to add a little bit more black pepper, so I am going to get this. I'm trying to use the hand that has no season on it, if you realize. That's why I don't put like both hands in the bowl, because I don't want to do that. Guys, actually, my husband actually just cleaned up these chickens. So yeah, so it's not like properly like drained or dripped, but it's good enough to take the seasoning. Because what I'm planning, I'm thinking to do some fried chicken or barbecue fried chicken on a Christmas day with this. So yeah, so far so good. And everybody's different. I normally taste it just to make sure that, if that's such a thing, right, it has sufficient of everything. When I look at it, it looks good, it looks fine. Every piece is properly coated. That's what I am making sure here, and that's all you want. You just want to make sure it's properly coated. And if you haven't done this, now I have to use my hand, always break this like this so that the season can get in between. Don't leave it up like this, break it. So that's just a little tip right there. All right, so that was it. Very quick and fast, right? And we are finished with the chicken, and I'm going to move on to the mutton now. All I am going to do now, guys, I'm finishing with this. I am going to wrap it with maybe I cover it, maybe I wrap it. It all depends on the mood and how I feel. And I'm going to allow it to rest in the refrigerator. And I normally put them back to the freezer, and the day before I cook it, I take it out and I ensure that it is fully defrost, and if I need to cut up stuff on it, then I cut it on that day. So I only add like my powder season, and as you know, the green seasons on it. So like your scallion, your thyme, your onion, all of that is already on it also. So we're gonna move this one. All right, guys, so for the mutton, we are wearing gloves, of course, because I don't want the curry to mess up my hands. And yeah, so the mutton might look into your sight a little small. This is how I got it from the meat shop that I went to. It's my first time at this meat shop, and yeah, that's how they got it. But it's pretty though. However, if I should go back there the next time, I'll tell them I don't want it this small. All right, so the first thing I normally do, I add some oil to the goat meat. So I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You can use whatever oil you're comfortable with. I use 2 tablespoons. That is just to help to hold the seasoning on the meat. That's all it does. So I am putting 2 tablespoons. You can, all right, let me just put 3. You can put 2 or 3, but I think I'm gonna put 3 because I just want sufficient. So yes, so that's 3 tablespoons. And again, I have this time a third of a cup of powder seasoning. So you want to put sufficient seasoning based on the amount of meat that you're seasoning based on the poundage, right? So you have to do the maths for that. Depends on what you're doing in your kitchen. So we're gonna put some more powder seasoning on this one. I normally use a ram goat seasoning that I don't have right now, but I'll get it and add it at a later date. So yeah, I think I'm gonna put all of this because, you know, mutton have to taste good. All right, so for that I am adding some garlic powder, and I'm just going to eyeball it, guys. Put things based on how you comfortable. I am not doing it based on the ancestors. I'm putting it based on what my meat is called for and the amount of meat I have. Next up, I am adding some onion powder. Okay, and I also put a little paprika here too. Somebody might say, you like paprika? Yes, we love spice in this house, so I use it, and because I know it's good. And I'm also going to add some oregano leaves onto it. I normally put it on the chicken, but I didn't put any, so I might do that. Let me just put off this. Call that a day because I don't have to use it. And next up, I am going to put some more green seasoning. Yes, so I'm putting 2 tablespoons of green seasoning on this. So yeah, and next, the one thing that we can't do without is going to be our curry powder. So this powder seasoning is based on the poundage, as I said. So I'm putting a third of a cup of curry, and you can put less if you want and burn your curry, which I normally do. I normally burn a little curry in the oil when I am cooking it. So I didn't put any black pepper, so I'm gonna put some black pepper. I forgot my black pepper, should have gone before the curry. All right, and as I said, I have my seasoning basket to my right, so that's why I'm going over there. So we are going to do the magic of just marinating these things together. Guys, for me personally, even though I know what it calls for, if I am seasoning up something and it doesn't look like this is it for me, I'm gonna add it. I'm not gonna play stupid and mess up the dinner. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not that person. Because if you learn how to cook and you know how to cook, you know when something needs something. So yeah, I'm just rubbing it in. What I appreciate about the mutton, even though I'm not so happy with how they cut it, I appreciate that it's good pieces of meat compared to the other place I normally go to. So that's a plus for them. I had a little curry leaf over, so I'm just putting it on it. Yeah. And remember, I'm gonna burn some curry. So this is basically to marinate the meat, right? To let it take that season, let it have that flavor here and there, and so forth. Because when I defrost it, after I leave it to marinate, I'm gonna leave it overnight, let it marinate, let it settle down, and then I put it in the freezer. And then the day before I cook it, I'm gonna take it out on that day and look at it again and see what it looks like. And if I want a little, you know, something, I just add it. I'll see how it smells and everything, if the flavor is coming out. Because right now it's smelling good, of course. As you can see on my gloves, the color is there. And I'm using the good old Better Pack curry. That's my favorite curry. That's the one I normally use. Yeah. I'm not gonna put any more curry on it for now because I'm gonna burn some in the oil. So this will do. And like I said, if you feel like you wanted more oil, you can use any oil of choice. I use olive oil in this case, but you can use any oil of your choice. So here you have it. So that's basically how I, you know, pre-prep my meat using my green seasoning. And for those of you who missed that video, I'm going to link it in the description for you. You can go ahead and watch how to prepare the green seasoning, or I can link it maybe up here, right up here for you, so you can have it on at your fingertip. But yes, this is how we do it in our kitchen and in our home. All right, guys, I feel comfortable with it. Like my allspice and everything is in my green seasoning because I blended that up. So I believe I have covered my base so far, and I will see on Tuesday what it looks like when I take it from the freezer and have it ready. Alright guys, so this is it for today's video. This is where we are going to wrap it up, and thank you so much for prepping with me, and thank you for watching all the videos. I appreciate you. And if you're new here, thank you for joining the family. And if you haven't liked, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead right now, like that video, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and see you in my next upload. Bye guys.